Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday, happy Friday. Mr. R.H. Madison, how you doing, buddy? Good morning. Still in the commercial. We got the music. What's up, Craig? How we doing? What? What was that? Hold on. All right, StreamYard's doing something different on my phone, so what's going on, guys? How you doing? Robbie, Craig. Robbie's back from Twitter. He made it. He made it. You can teach an old dog new tricks. Let's go, people. Craig, did you mint? How was it? How'd it go? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Did we make it through? Give us a little info in the chat. Feel free to chat it up. Sitting on the deck on vacation, old dog here, new tricks. All right, where are you guys at for vacation, man? I'm assuming it's you, the wife, and the dog. Nope, don't ask. Still have tech issues. All right, Craig. Sorry to hear that, bud, but you'll get there, man. I mean, you've been building it for a long time, so it's one of those things where once it's done, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, remember that funny week when we just had issue after issue after issue? St. Bart's, no dog. Nice. Let's go. Robbie's getting sun, y'all. Robbie's on a beach. She's with our daughter. Very nice. Very nice. Hoping for Saturday. Okay. All right. Get the issues out, man. I have no idea what's going on my StreamYard on my phone. It's being super weird. Super weird. Huh. Yeah, it's weird. All right. I'm not going to play around with it anymore. I'll just play around with the computer, I guess. Anyways, good morning, gents. Good morning, anyone else in the background. We have 23 people apparently watching. Most of you over on X. So if you can hear my voice, hello, good morning. Join us over on Twitch. Drop a comment, say hello so I can engage with you and we can hang out. We are the Daily Dad Morning Show. Let's roll into some gratitude for the morning. Then we'll jump into the reading. We might have someone pop up. I think Ryan said he's coming on today. David, what's up, buddy? Super Friday coffee with the couch. Best day. Yeah. David loves his coffee. David loves his mornings with the Daily Dads. And then David goes right to work. Like he don't have time to mess around. When that 30-minute mark hits, dude is gone off and doing the Lord's work. Yes. Let's see. What do I have for gratitude? I was feeling it today, but I still went basic, life, health, love, family, friends, wife, kids. Like I put all those names in my book. I wrote every single one of them down. Love those people to pieces. So yeah. Good morning, Brofit. Good morning, Brian. How you doing? What's up, Ryan? Good morning.
Good
How you
morning.
been?
Good. Late from drop off. I don't normally do daycare drop off, so I did daycare drop off today because my wife has something to do. So,
Oh, sweet. How far away is daycare?
a lot of things in our life are pretty close.
Quick walk.
So, yeah, it's like I don't know, blocks, maybe 3 blocks.
Nice. That's cool. So do you does Sloan walk to school by herself or with a group or anything like that?
Great question. So Sloan goes to school like across the street, and so it is. Right. So she could. I'm gonna say like next year she probably could on her own, but like it doesn't really feel like it's there yet. Oh, she's like an emotional kid. Like she's not like if we see that she becomes a lot more independent, maybe next year we'll
Is
see. But
she
I think as a parent,
second
it's nice to
grade?
drop her off. She's third grade.
Third grade. Okay. That was my
Yeah.
first guess, but for some reason I thought, no, she's a little younger. Third grade. Yeah, when I was in, well, actually, when I was in, I want to say second and third grade, we actually lived across the street from a school. It was really cool, just like being able to just literally walk across the street. I mean, definitely not a busy New York street. I can't imagine, but maybe it's not a busy street.
You know what? Our street gets closed down for this school.
Oh,
So it's
because of
like,
like incoming drop-off traffic and stuff like that.
dude, people like some people in the building hate it who have a parking spot in the building. And we somehow got sold our apartment without our parking spot, which I don't really know if we were supposed to have a parking spot or not. People who sold it, maybe they kept it because they stayed in the building.
Someone took two.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then, so like, but when the street gets closed down, we get free parking basically outside. So,
Okay.
so we
Nice.
like it, but then people that are like that have spots, they don't really care. But yeah, so it's like a closed down street, but cool little situation we have going on. So we'll definitely see where it goes. But you used to live across the street from your school, or your kid's school, or your school?
My school when I was a kid.
Oh, got it.
So yeah, it was super dope. It's like the hangout spot afterwards, go right across the street, could be out at the school. And it was like a giant school with a giant park attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I didn't ever have to leave like the square footage of like where the home was or the block was. It was a lot of fun. I
That's
love
awesome.
that place. Yeah, the people are dropping gratitude in the chat. Robbie's out in St. Bart's right now with his wife having a vacation, so that's awesome. Dylan hit the chiropractor, which I really need to go to. My back has been funky lately, but good for Dylan. And happy to see Dylan in the chat instead of just lurking and dropping smiley faces.
I love lurkers. My favorite people are the lurkers. I love them.
Let's just mute Jason and let him lurk for a while.
I'm just mute. I'm just lurking.
Good morning, buddy.
Good morning. I'm actually in lurker mode today. I feel like lurking instead of participating, but I jumped on anyway.
Hey, what are you? So on a scale of 1 to 10 right now, in terms of like being able to function well and you feel good about yourself, what are you right now? 1 to 10.
8.5.
Oh wait, that's higher than I thought. Okay, what I was gonna say is, Dom, we have to get Jason off the call today higher than where he's starting. So I don't mean 8.5.
Did you say 8.5 though? That's pretty high.
I know. That's why I'm like, okay, this sounds unnecessary. Is there anybody out there feeling like they are less than a 6 right now? Let's who is living life? Who's living right now less than a 6? And we want to take it on us to get
I'm
you
lying.
above
7. I'm a 7. I lied.
All right. Yeah, but you're not. But you're not.
Still
You're
not
not.
less
You're
than a
not our
6.
audience right now.
I just want to be honest and not lie about.
All right, you guys. I don't think anyone in here is that low, but some people might surprise me. But you guys got any gratitude for the morning to finish that segment off? Pushing 9 plus. Look at David. What a king. Sorry.
Love that. I love mine
too.
I think we need a t-shirt that says pushing 9 plus. It's a mindset. I like that. Pushing 9 plus. That's what we're doing. I like that. That's good.
I mean, I love how they both said it at the same time. I don't know if they're in like a back channel DM and but yeah.
Yeah. Someone tell me not to get off this call and make a logo, please, that says pushing 9 plus. I really need someone to tell me not to do that right now.
Ryan, stop.
Stop.
Go make sourdough or
I am. Sourdough is on. I'm making sourdough.
get some more plants behind you or fucking.
I can't. No, you guys saw the moment where I was like, it's too much. I had to move them around. So there's definitely a limit. So yeah. And anyway, gratitude. I'm going to do my thing that I thought has been helpful for me. I just want to kind of feel myself out for a second, see where I'm at. I had 3 busy days in a row that were just like I was really happy to have them, but I was feeling tired. Went to sleep last night, I think pretty early, but this morning I think I'm feeling pretty loose right now. I'm feeling good. I got had an upper body day at the gym. I was able to get a 2.5 mile run in this morning, which is something I don't normally get to do. My wife gave me a little extra time, so my body's feeling good. So feeling loose, think feeling strong, and think I'm feeling clear. So that's where I'm at right now. So that's my gratitude.
Well done. That makes me feel better. That raises me to a 7.5. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
I feel better that you feel good.
Cat's back.
The cat's always here.
Dude, the other day I thought, like, because of the shape of the tail, I thought your daughter like had like a little like hook, you know, like a Captain Hook thing, and was like messing with your face because I didn't see the cat. Like the cat's head was off the screen. I was so confused.
Just
like
assume
sitting
there's
there,
a
like,
cat
what
on my
is
lap
that?
at all times when I'm on.
Yeah.
When I'm on this floor.
Grateful for
Morning,
cats.
Jimmy. Yeah. Ryan, your exercise of describing your body, how it feels. So I did that with a 7th grade class the other day.
Oh,
and
nice.
I didn't do it as an exercise. I did it to silence them. Because like I was trying to just trying to get them to simmer down. I just started saying how I felt physically. And like eventually they started looking at me like I was really weird. Like, what is this old guy talking about?
I wonder how the car rides home with their parents went.
Yeah.
So Mr.
But
Jason
it
just
worked.
started.
Well, people, people want to know about you. They want to know how you're feeling, and all of the credit goes to this one guy that I really enjoy his energy and his mind. But he did it, and he asked the group to do it. But more importantly, I mean, he gave us an example. He did it himself, and it was very calming to hear someone else do it, and then doing it yourself. So that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, that's basically a form of grounding, right? When you kind of think about 3 things you hear, 3 things you smell, 3 things you taste, 3 things that you see. I just had a hard time thinking of all the senses, and it made me scream inside.
Don't forget umami as well. I have I'm gratitude really fast. I got a soccer game with wifey this evening, and we're going to a small concert in town. So we have a date night lined up.
You guys do a lot more little dates like that than I think a lot of people do, but I don't think you give yourself enough credit for it. I think that's amazing.
We've been working on it, and it does pay off.
It's awesome.
So, yeah, date your wives and husbands, folks.
Yeah, get your dates on, y'all. We're going on a double date on Saturday with their friends. My wife, I don't know if I told you guys, I guess her and her gal pal, we're talking about going out. And so we have a little group chat, the 4 of us, husbands and wives.
That's weird.
And my Amy just texts in there some text like, "Oh, I heard you guys were taking us out on Saturday. That's so great." Like, even though it was not in the plans at all, like no husbands had been consulted in this. And then like the other wife, Ashton, she was like, "Oh, we have such sweet husbands." And like they were just going back and forth. And I'm at work like reading all this nonsense. And it was super cute. They were vibing off each other. And then the other husband, Blake, he just texts in there. He goes, reservation 6 p.m. Saturday at this place. Like he had like got the message, made the reservations, and like put it in the chat. And so yeah, I haven't given him his love yet, but he saved the day, booked the date. Dude's a stud.
Oh man, I feel like Dom is the. I feel like Jason. I feel like you guys are this too. You're the families that probably put a lot of the social engagements together. That's pretty cool.
I'll say that's mostly Kristen. There's
just take it. Just
okay.
Accept it.
Okay, we do it. We're the social people.
Take Kristen's flowers for her and give them to her.
It's usually, I got her flowers yesterday. That raises me to a 9. Because she got a new job.
We got him there. Whoa!
You did it. Going for 9+.
9+ club.
Shoot, the social engagements usually have to do with kids' parents. You guys are probably in the same boats, maybe. It's like usually it's scheduled so the kids can hang out, and we happen to get along with the parents. So, yeah, we're fairly regular with that. I'd say, I guess.
Are you guys good at making yourself enjoy hanging out with your kids' parents, your kids' friends' parents? Like, do you just accept it? You'll find the best in them, or do you just kind of like
No, we're at
that's
the
just not
point
going to work?
where I mean, there's nobody we dislike, but there's definitely people that we really get along with. And I've also been like, there's been times where like Kristen asks about a plan, and I'm like, my social battery's kind of low. Like
Oh,
I
I love
know,
that. You said that. Yeah.
like I know when I will be like you know when you're with people and you're talkative and you feel like you're on point with like bringing up conversation topics. There's days where I feel like that, and then there's days where um, I'm just kind of like in listening mode, like lurking mode. I don't really like being like that when there's people physically present.
Yeah, I hear you.
How
Sometimes you got
about
to be
you?
that way, though.
Yeah, I'd rather let people talk for sure. How about you, Dom? Social
What was the
situation.
question?
Ryan's question was, do you
Oh,
feel like
good with friends' parents.
you feel like you force yourself into those situations?
Well,
No, I think
I think I was
we're
asking,
good.
like, are you a good person? And you're like, you just make it work. I feel like sometimes I'm like, nah, I already feel it. I'm so sorry. This isn't going to happen. I think it makes me an asshole. It's okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Tucker, is
Sometimes
that
it's, I mean,
no,
sometimes it's harder
I
than other
apologize.
times. Like we've gone in
Yeah.
and out of some relationships with kids' parents and stuff like that. I think it's like we've never managed like with the girls. I think my wife stays more connected, but like the older the girls get, especially once they start just doing their own thing, we see the parents less and less and less because it's like when they're younger, you know, most of the time play dates don't happen where people just drop their kids off, like the parents will come to or something like that. So with Bentley's friends right now, like we're all getting along, we're all vibing. That's kind of like all the stories you hear. But like we don't hang out with any of the girls' friends' parents. The
Mm,
girls will just go off and meet their friends at the park or, go to Sky Zone or, the mall or whatever. And I couldn't even tell you the girls' friends' parents' names or if they even have parents. So never seen them, never met them. Plus, the girls change friends like every week. These girls are crazy.
that's a good point. Yeah.
Not every week,
Um,
but you know what I mean.
gotcha. The
They do have parents and grandparents.
I was thinking about the you got to sometimes. Um, I was having a nutrition discussion with someone recently, and there was just a point where, like, in the conversation, we were talking about someone, and we were talking about like people who just didn't want to do some things. And at one point, we're like, yeah, you just have to look at them sometimes and be like, you just got to eat like an adult. You just got to eat like an adult right now. And like, I think that it seems like a harsh kind of thing, but I think that's kind of like where we have to balance. I think that's all things like with like the reading today. I was challenging myself to think about like, where am I still having fun, maybe being silly, but then also making sure I'm acting like an adult. And sometimes when like it comes to like, my kids' friends' parents, sometimes I'm like, it would be the adult thing to make sure that you're playing as nice as possible and then not like, you know, playing the I accept them as a friend or I don't accept them as a friend, right? And so, um, how can you have fun with someone they're not going to be friends with, but then like not make that decision to like, not get close with them, like be in the moment, which I'm not always great at. So I tend to wear a lot of my emotions on my sleeve. And so it's, so I think most people will kind of know that I'm either checked out times or not. Where do you guys have to
Yeah,
grow up, you think?
me, I definitely took this reading a little straight to the heart because there are definitely times where I don't act, grown up or my age. Like I tend to,
Look,
pick on my kids a little bit and like, be a little mean and sarcastic at times. Hey, look at that, the 4-pack. Let's go. Hello, good morning, Blaze.
Man, so this is like a hug.
What's up, guys?
Like a warm Blaze hug.
Blaze?
Morning, Blaze.
Yeah,
What's up?
Oh,
I love the blue. We were talking
Hi.
about where we, as adults, can still find the fun in things and be silly, and then also kind of realize we got to kind of be that adult. Dom's mention of the trampoline park, or I believe, what'd you call it? What is it called?
Sky Zone?
Sky. Is it?
Oh, yeah.
That is a trampoline park, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So I was thinking about like jumping really seriously. Like I'm an adult, so I'm gonna jump seriously. But
Oh,
anyway,
No, when I go to Sky Zone, like I end up like in the dodgeball court, just throwing, balls into kids' faces, and just like terrorizing, and then I have to like tap out because I'm like, all right, how many kids? Like I get to a limit. Like if you make like more than 4 kids cry, like you gotta step out.
yeah.
Unless they're your own kids, then it's okay. Like those don't count.
I would definitely raise that number to 5, Dom. Sure.
Because you have 3 kids.
I wrote some of mine down. I would say spending too much screen time with my garbage time, excessive procrastination, raiding the pantry at night, driving till E, buying things I don't use, fooling with the phone while driving, and going balls out on new habits. Those are the things, like dysregulated behaviors, I would say. Those are my main ones.
Now, did any of those but make life more fun and silly though? Like running out of gas is not one of those.
Oh, that's way silly. That adds a whole new element to the day. As soon as you pull out of the driveway, it's like I can definitely make it 12 miles to work. No, they're just things that like they kind of suck up my positive my positive vibes that I know I can put in other areas.
Yeah.
Whether it's like going somewhere besides just sitting around, getting the kids out, doing something new. They're all things that distract from what I'd like to be doing. That's why I wrote those down.
I hear you.
What about you,
Dom.
Blaze? Blaze is a silly guy. What does Blaze do? How does Blaze not act his age?
Oh man, it's hard. And I think that's I've been going to the phrase a lot, don't take my kindness for weakness. And I think, taking that into silliness, don't take my silliness for that I'm dumb. Because I'm constantly in conversations where I turn on my intelligence and people are like, oh shit, you were paying attention. I'm like, yeah, mother, or yes person, or whoever I'm talking to. So silly, but still serious. And there's a funny post on X I saw the other day that was humor in the workplace is just being funny enough that you're not getting reported to HR, because you can easily cross that line. And then it's I'll share a story this week. I was trying to tell a funny joke where I was one of my peers is a little bit older than me, and I was I tried to say my peer to a student is almost as old as me, which is funny because she's older than me. I was trying to just be comical, but it accidentally came out, well, at least I'm not as old as her. And
Oh no.
she turned bright red, and I just I turned even redder. And I'm that did not come out the way that I wanted it to. And luckily we're good enough friends that we're okay, and she's probably never gonna think about it again, but I'm gonna think about it every day for the next 3 months.
Oh my goodness,
Oh,
that is.
no.
But I think if I were to trust anyone to work back out of that scenario, I think I would trust you.
Oh, thank you.
It's really good. That always oh man, what's his name? Never mind. I'm not going to go there. Do you guys ever hear the comedian that talks about the one situation where he worked at some sort of bank, and he was working at a bank, and then he would always stop by one of his coworkers' desks to say hi because he was that guy, and that every time he'd go to her desk, she had some of these snacks laid out right in the front, and he would end up grabbing one of the snacks to talk with her. And he'd be like, oh, like it's what I did. I grab a snack, I'd say hi to Susan, then I'd walk around, I'd say hi to everybody else. And then he's like, and then one day I walked up to Susan's desk and she didn't have anything there. And then so I said, oh, tomorrow you better have those snacks back. And then like maybe like a couple months later, HR called him and was like, hey, Susan just reported you. She said that you're showing up and stealing her food every day. And he was like, those are office snacks. Like, no, that was her lunch.
Oh no.
So he was like, and then the final straw was that he like threatened her to bring food for him one day. And so it was really fun. I'll find it. I'll find the clip. I'll post it.
Oh man. Well, like it reminds me of The Office. Like it's just like a walking HR nightmare. Like if I taught HR like university, we would just watch episodes of The Office and like write up reports on all the different characters for the things that they do that violate policies.
That's actually probably a really good test, by the way. Like if you really wanted to like be in HR, it's like, okay, ready? We're gonna watch an episode of The Office, and you gotta uncover, you know, the ones that are like most serious. That'd be crazy. Hey guys, I love you.
You guys want to know something? You guys want to know something really funny?
I do. I'm gonna jump off, but I'm gonna see you guys later. Okay.
All right, buddy. See you later.
You're right.
I'm leaving studio. I think I'm pressing the right button.
Just swipe away, dude. He almost ended us. I am talking with you guys live, but I'm watching Bro Fit's stream where he's watching us and I'm chatting with him. It's a very confusing thing. But GM Lightbulb, hey buddy, what's up? I miss your face, Lightbulb. But yeah, what else, guys? 2 minutes. Blaze, where are you off to? Work?
Going to work. I got a fresh fit from Lululemon yesterday, so I'm feeling really festive in my spring-colored sweater.
Damn.
And if you guys don't know, all the sweaters are on sale at Lululemon. Lululemon, we'd love for you to sponsor us. Let us know. And the other thing I was going to say with today is like, I'll be like, hey guys, you got to turn the TV off. Come on, like get off the Nintendo. Come on, it's time for bed. And then I get everybody for bed, and then I find myself doom scrolling for an hour in my bed, and it's like, so I'm going through that phase again where I'm trying to get off my phone more, and so I'm trying to charge it in the bathroom and not next to the bed. So
that's what I do. My phone's in my bathroom, and the alarm goes off, and I have to get up and turn it off.
Yep.
And I get there, and I'm like my hands are on the counter, just like trying to stay awake for like the 5 seconds so I can actually stay awake. Every day doesn't ever get easier, but it definitely works. So I recommend that. Put your phone in your bathroom, folks.
Do it.
Do your future self a favor.
No,
And
just
I'm
put your
sleeping
fucking
better.
phone down. Oh man.
Love it.
Oh.
Anything else going on?
Friday working from home, you know, like actually gonna work at the gym, get the kids to school, all that kind of stuff.
Love
Maybe
it.
call my light bulb friend.
I have to go get gas because my gas is on E.
Oh.
Make
Right.
sure we all everybody text Jason and make sure that he got his gas today.
I gotta go though. It's 7. Good to see you
All right.
guys. Happy Friday.
Have a good day.
See you, buddy.
Hearts of gratitude, mugs of coffee. Bye.
All right. Another show done, everybody. We'll see you guys all tomorrow. Actually, I probably won't be on tomorrow. I think I'm gonna sleep in. But everybody have a great day. Catch you on the flip. That's still a thing people say, right? Music and exit video. Later, people. Love y'all.